Nobody panic. I'm in a different location now. Why? Well, recently it occurred to me that standing up in front of a camera for several hours while stumbling over your lines kinda hurts. And apparently it took me over 60 episodes to realize that. Oh well. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at Kung Fu Dino Posse. Because this is what my life has become. First of all, does this even sound like a real show? It sounds like a parody that someone like Happy Harry would make. Although I'd imagine his version would be a lot more messed up. But no, it's real. It was made by humans apparently. It aired on TV, and made available on DVD for idiots to purchase for their dumb internet show. It was made in Korea, where all the best stuff comes from, and I guess someone in the UK really liked this show because it was dubbed into English and aired on British TV in 2009. Eventually, it found its way to the US, where it briefly aired on Starz, the Shasta to HBO and Showtime's Coke and Pepsi. I'll let you decide which is which. This is already shaping up to be great, isn't it? Now, the DVD only has 4 episodes on it, and normally I'd go through them one at a time, but... No. Besides, I found some more episodes online, so we can give this a full analysis, implying there are things to be analyzed. The show takes place in the bafflingly designed megalopolis. After a power failure at the Natural History Museum, several frozen samples get defrosted, freeing our titular Kung Fu Dino Posse. They are anthropomorphic, English-speaking dinosaurs that should not have existed during the same time period, who know Kung Fu. So not only is everything we know about dinosaurs wrong, everything we know about Kung Fu is wrong. The dinosaurs invented it millions of years before China even existed. Isn't history fun? The team's leader is a Tyrannosaurus Rex named Kane. The lovable oaf of the team is a Stegosaurus named Chow, and as his name suggests, he's the eater of the group. Because there's always gotta be one. Then there's Jet, the pterodactyl. He's the cool one. Yeah, that's right, he's the Michelangelo of the group. I like how on the DVD cover he's in the Fonzie pose, combing back his hair that doesn't exist. He's just that cool! Finally, there's the Triceratops, named Lucy, the, girl of the team. I'd like to believe she's named after Lucy, the first hominid skeleton that was discovered, but then I'd be giving this show way too much credit. Their human pet sidekick is Edgar, who's a young genius. He builds them all their weapons and whatever machine they need to get out of this week's jam. Other than that, he's pretty much the April O'Neil of the show. They even meet him in the same way the Turtles met April, by saving him from a bunch of goons. Not fair to compare Edgar to April, though. April is way manlier than he is.
Oh, are you guys the new security guards? I've got a good hand lotion that would take care of those scales. You're not security guards at all!
Not many other regular characters in this show. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. There's a girl named Polly. She has purple hair and is the object of Edgar's affection. And that's about how deep her character goes.
Sorry, Polly. Hi, Polly. Sorry about that.
Sorry, Edgar. This show's not competent enough to deal with character relationships. Their arch nemesises are a pair of raptors, Score and his younger brother, Scrap.
Scrap.
To the show's credit, these two are fun to watch. They do have some very convincing back and forth sibling interactions. Also, I am a sucker for a campy villain. Their minions are these lizard guys called Lynx. They're this show's putty patrol and are about as effective. The story here is Score is looking for these crystals that turn into giant dino monsters so he can rule the world or whatever. When one is activated, it gains the properties of a nearby object, which usually leads to some pretty bizarre imagery. But not to worry, the posse can fight back by combining their powers. And by combine, I mean they just kind of smush themselves together to form their own giant dino. Admittedly, this is the best part of the show, if only for the novelty of seeing two giant monsters go at it. So, as you can see, this show has just the best animation ever. I mean, look at it. It's a thing of beauty. Disney wishes it can afford this level of quality. But if that wasn't enough, wait till you hear the voice acting. There's a reason I've kept this show fairly quiet up until now.
This place is phenomenal.
You think? I pretty much designed it myself. I'm kind of known for my Art Nouveau style.
Muffins, I love them! I baked them just for you, Chow.
Don't do it, dude. It's a trap.
Do I detect a pinch of cinnamon?
I'll never tell.
Wow! You can't make that up!
Well, I guess it's a slow crime day today.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
We go to the Megalopolis Mall for a shopping spree!
Oh, yeah! You're pretty smart for a human.
But what I don't get is how you know Kung Fu.
We've got cable.
Is it me, or am I detecting a hint of sarcasm in the dialogue?
Okay, Posse, weapon up. Edgar, you stay here. We're going to end this now.
Sure, I can stay here. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's not walking into imminent danger.
What you eating, Kane?
How to look and feel ice ageless.
And it's really working. You don't look a day over 50 million.
Seriously, this kind of thing doesn't happen by accident. If you were cast in a show like this, you'd probably feel the same way. This show is dumb. And I'm not just talking about the animation or the voice acting. I mean, everyone in it is dumb. Not only are Score's plans some of the most obvious traps ever, but the posse keeps falling for it. In one episode, the posse gets a call that they want a free cruise. Okay, first of all, that's the oldest trick in the book. Second, when they get on the ship, they find it's deserted, and they don't seem too concerned about that.
Look out! You okay? No! That piano totally ruined my shuffleboard game. Garcon! Garcon! Yeesh, talk about bad service.
Nothing unusual here.
Hi, I'm Henry, your cruise director.
Henry?
It's my job to make sure you have the time of your lives.
Nope, not suspicious at all. In another episode, the posse finds another lady, Saurus.
It's okay. We're not going to hurt you. You were frozen in the ice. You've probably been there for millions of years.
Jeez, Kane, work on your tact. Of course, she turns out to be a robot spy made by Score, and nobody figures it out.
Hey, Leela, I thought you might get a kick out of this. It's my refrigerator magnet collection. Edgar makes me a new one after every battle. Here's a little Queenosaurus and Dutch Boyosaurus. How'd you do that?
One of my many mysterious magic tricks that I do to entertain new friends.
Yeah, that's normal, right? Even when Score isn't trying to trap them, the show just wanders into boundless stupidity. There's an episode where a comet is about to hit the city. It turns out that a piece of that comet destroyed Chow's garden millions of years ago, and he's vowed revenge on it. It's like the story of Moby Dick. For idiots. And normally I'm all for the awesome image of a dinosaur punching a comet, but... maybe in some other show? In another episode, Kane finds out that alligators don't like him very much. It's because millions of years ago he insulted one of their ancestors, and they instinctively developed a hatred of him. Yep, that's seriously the reason why. Also, the alligators can talk.
I can't apologize now. He won't accept it. Try! Fine. You know when I, mistook your ancestor's hat for a crazed head-eating animal and destroyed it? Well, blah. Sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. Forget about it.
You can talk? Why didn't you say so before?
Didn't have nothing to say.
Yeah!
Oh good, something to remind me of dino saucers. So is there anything redeeming about this show? Well, there was one episode where Score used mind control parasites to take over the posse's base. Overall, this episode was probably the best one I've seen, but it still wasn't very good. But there is one thing I will give this show credit for, and it was kind of surprising, actually. This show is funny. Like, intentionally, unironically funny. I'm serious, this show can actually tell a good joke. In this episode, the posse gets captured and put in a zoo. Watch how they escape.
How did you manage to dig this hole so quickly, Kane?
I stole a spoon from one of the guards' lunchboxes this afternoon.
And how about this?
I made it out of paper mache!
And this rope ladder?
It's actually dental floss.
Okay, now we just need to catch a bus back to headquarters. Does anyone have any change?
Don't you ever think ahead?
That was funny! That was actually funny! Good setup, hilarious punchline. I was genuinely shocked to discover this show's ability to tell a competent joke.
And I shall use my magnet to attract Bailey's comet, alter its trajectory, and slam it into Megalopolis, destroying those dim-witted dinos for good!
But if the comet destroys the dinos, won't it destroy us too?
Ah, good point. But luckily, I have something that those dinos don't. A state-of-the-art, titanium-enforced comet protector!
Ooh, does it come in chartreuse?
This was seriously the one thing that got me through these episodes. So, overall, the show's bearable. But was it really worth it? I'm not really sure about this one. I'm always conflicted as to whether or not sitting through so much awful is worth getting to the good parts. Yeah, this show is a train wreck, but you might be able to get a few laughs out of it if you're willing to expose your brain to lots of stupid. The problem is, this show lasted for 60 episodes! I barely got through a handful of these. Can you imagine sitting through 60 episodes? I'd probably have to relearn my own name. There's really not much else to say about this. It feels like a show that'd be more at home in the 90s, not 2009. Even their casual clothes look very 90s. Seriously, who wears a backwards hat anymore? This is another one of those anthropomorphic crime fighter shows that was supposed to try and rival Ninja Turtles. Not sure what this was doing in 2009, especially since the 2003 Turtles show had already ended. And besides, there was already a 90s dinosaur show called Extreme Dinosaurs and... Wait a minute. T-Rex, Stegosaurus, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, and the bad guys are raptors. Did this show rip off Extreme Dinosaurs? You know what? Never mind, I take it all back. This show sucks. I've used this DVD as a joke in videos before, and I decided to review it just to get it out of my hair. Well, mission accomplished. So what's the deal with dinosaur shows? Why do they all gotta suck? Well, I got a couple more, so next time we'll look at another one that'll hopefully be better. Hopefully.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
Oh, by the way, do you want to know why Score is evil? It's because nobody came to his birthday party.
Next time, everyone will come to my party, because I will be the ruler of the world!